Welcome back to week 4 of Mermaid. I'm finishing off some embellishing. Just thought I'd put these little pearls on her pseudo hair. I was thinking during the week that people had made comments, not on YouTube, but in my personal life, about how the mermaid should look, and I honestly can't buy into it, because a creative endeavour is a creative endeavour, and none of us know really what they should look like. So everybody, you do you. So I didn't really want to humanise them too much, because I thought maybe they don't have hair like a human would have. And I've mentioned that before, the Disney princess version of what a mermaid should look like. So I'm still very happy that the mother with the creative fringy tassely hair, I'm not 100% sold that I did the best face I could do. It's not my strong suit, and I'll do the face on this one today. It might be a bit similar, actually. Not my strong suit, but that's okay. So I just thought it would be nice to have a couple of these little pearly beads up here, because the mother's got, so I've got these sequins and these little long beads, and the mother's got a whole heap of, so she's got the gold band on the, on the trim, but I've put a whole heap of the sequins with little beads. Actually, I didn't use those long beads. I used little tiny sort of, they used to be called love beads. I don't know what they're calling them now. So I thought maybe the child would need to have a little bit of embellishing, like beadwork on the top here. Just maybe put one more. And I'll show you where I'm up to with everything else. I'm just really going through about 3 times, almost like a button. And then securing. So each time I've come to the end, I've secured it with once through, and then going twice through, and then I'm going to come out down here where the eye is, roughly where the eye is. That looks about right. Let me just show you. So I put added a bit more of the turquoise, so I've got one there, and I've added a couple more along here, and then I added some down here with a bit of the turquoise, and some down here on each corner of the fin. Just put this here for now. All right, so I've got a little bit of thread. Don't need to do a very big mouth. In fact, that's almost big enough. I was going to do along like a line. because she's a little child, I think maybe I want a little rosebud mouth. You know, just a much smaller little mouth. She hasn't grown into her face yet. You know, little kids that haven't grown into their face yet. That's what she's like. Sorry, that was a bit awkward on camera. Just pull it through and see if we need to do any more. Right, I'll just even this up a little bit so it's a bit thicker, and there isn't a gap there. Now I would perceive here like a cheek. So let's get this out the way. Just thinking, what if we just sort of pin cushion that, like it's just a little dimple for the cheek. I like that. Once again, cast that off. You might want to, if you're doing both sides, you would want to dimple it and then cast off on the cast off and then come in the inside, so you've got no thread sort of hanging out. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the little tiny mouth and a little cheek dimple. Now, I'm considering that she wouldn't have a very big eye. So what I did with this one was cut a bit of material and then put a button on. So I'm just going to see how it looks with the sequin, because it's small enough, because she's very tiny. And I wonder if I try, let's see, I'll just have to make sure that the needle will go through. All right, that works. Once again, it's a creative endeavour. It's not meant to look exact or perfect. I just came back under the sequin and back through the bead, and then I can come back around the outside of the bead, back down through the sequin, and I can come up somewhere where it's good to cast it off, or easy to cast it off. I kind of like using something shiny around the eye, because it's a bit, for me, it's a bit fish-like. Cast that off. Now I know that I know there's another week, but I would consider that this is finished. Just move her out the way. I mean, you can always embellish more. I didn't have any more of the yellow that I'd used on the mum, so I'd used this yellow cheesecloth. I only found a bit of white, but once again, I can just say that the story of this family of mermaids might be unique to another family of mermaids. Also, I've added this yellow here to sort of bring in a bit of the yellow. But what if as they age this goes yellow? You just don't know, do you? You can make your own story up. I'm making my own story up, so you can make your own story up. Look, I honestly think that this is finished for what I'm doing, which is okay. We've got another week, but what I'll be doing is starting on the goth teenager, and I will also, I have already started in the last episode 524 that was up on Monday morning. I have started working on some things to go with the mermaids. So I've started working on some little crocheted soft wool sort of brain corals. I've got my rock pool that I will be putting with these. So what I'm imagining is having a big bit of some form of material, possibly a neutral linen that I can dye blues and greens, and putting some of these things, you know, like they're underwater, put them on there. What else was I making? Oh, some sand dollars as well. So I'm going to be making a few bits and pieces for the background. So that's really where I'm at with this. I think next week I'll be coming back and working on the background and showing you how I'm putting it all together. But as far as the tutorial goes for making the mermaid, the way that I make them, you can use the pattern and come up with your own ideas. I think we've covered it. That's pretty good. There is an extra week in May, so that's fine. That's fine. If you're doing it Wednesday to Wednesday, which I've been, there's an extra week. So I'm really glad you came along for this journey, and I hope you're making a mermaid. It'd be great to see some, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.